Hello everyone, this is Anime Heaven X23. In today's video I'm going to give you my personal review of Spider-Man Miles Morales. And I can tell you, after beating the game, I just collected the last of the regular trophies. Now all I gotta do is beat the game on New Game Plus to get my 6th PS5 game platinum, which would be my 32nd platinum overall. As you can see here, this suit, let's go all the way over here. As you can see, different suits you have, and it tells you like on the sides there. So you got a sportswear, great responsibility suit, Brooklyn Visions Academy. This is one I think is probably one of the coolest looking ones. That one, but the way that your character gets from that one is pretty cool. That's the one I currently have equipped right now. It's the programmable matter suit. There's Uptime Pride suit. I like because it's like green, the purple rain suit. You got all these different suits. These are the different like visor upgrades you can get that you can get throughout the game that you unlock. And you lock them by points. And then these are the suit mods that you can get and stuff like that. Some ones that use like. And then you also have, if you go to L1, you'll see these gadgets. The last ones in the different gadgets, like for instance this one right here, Fatal Exception, that locks at level 25. Okay. This one, you have to, you get at 25. But these last ones in all four of these that you can get for your suits, from the web all the way down, they don't become available until you enter New Game Plus. Just like in your skills. The final one here in the combat. The final one here in Venom. And then the final one in camouflage. They also do not happen until you have entered New Game Plus. So if you want to get to Platinum, you have to complete the game. And then when you start the game, after you get past the beginning where you control Miles, you'll have points left over from when you played the game before on regular. You can use them, and then by the time you hit level 23, you will have all three of those unlocked, and you'll unlock all them. And one thing I learned from actually another video I saw, because I was having a little trouble getting the 100-hit combo, I got pretty close without doing this trick, but when you first control Miles in the game, where you are trying to stop these escaped prisoners, if you do a simple thing of just hitting the dodge button and just moving around and doing the dodge button, you will rack up the 100-hit combo. So if you're having trouble doing the 100-hit combo, when you first control Miles from, like I said, from the escaped prisoners that are trying to escape, just hit the dodge button around there until you get it, until it pops. That one, and then another one that I had some trouble with was like we were doing the crime threats, like stop a car without taking damage and all these things like that. Whatever of them you completed during your initial try runs, let's say they had 3 different things. So let's say they were like, each one has like 2 different things that you have to complete. Let's say through the game, you was all said and done, you were like 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3. I think there's like 10 different ones. Whatever you finish them as, when you go, you can always replay them. So don't worry about if you didn't, do it your first time. You always can replay those crime threats. And if you got like I said, like 1 out of 3, so you don't even have to do the other 2. Once you get the other ones, it's done. You don't have to try to get ones you already did before. You just gotta complete the one that you didn't do, which makes it a little bit easier, doing the fact that, like I said, you can redo them. That's pretty cool too. So you can also, like I said, you can replay any missions. You have little collectible things that you can get. This, like I said, this is New Game Plus. And your map, you're back to where you were and stuff like that. And then basically, like, you can get these caches. You can use to upgrade. You'll see little like symbols of stuff to do on the map, like these trainings. So you have combat training. You got like traversal. Your swing, stealth. You got all these different ones you can do. And like I said, you have these underground caches. They get tech parts and you use them to upgrade, different suits and different things for your abilities, suits and gadgets and such. And then you unlock traversal points, and then anything throughout the city, if you hit the X button to go on it, you'll go to that point in the map. So it makes traversing the map pretty quick, and like a little like subway scene appears and stuff like that if you want to do that. So overall, the story for me was okay. I think the best part of the story for me was actually the ending mission, the final mission of the game. I thought was the best part of the story. But up until that point, it was all right. Nothing special to write home about. Overall, I'd give the story probably a 7 out of 10. The combat, once you learn how to do the different combos and the different moves, traversal, the way you move around and stuff like that, I'd say the combat was a 9 out of 10. The graphics, for the most part, were a 9 out of 10. There was different times where my guy wouldn't run up the walls of the buildings because he like glitched in the buildings, and there are other times where the game just wouldn't react right. I had one time where the game crashed back to the crashed out for me, so I had to go back out, reboot the system up. That only happened one time. That was early. Other than that, the game's played pretty rock solid. The different collectibles you can get, once you beat the game, you'll go on these things of postcards that your mom did for you of your father. So you'll traverse around collecting them and follow the hints to find them. So you got them. Then with the cash, if you really want to get your character up to max level 20, which is how far you can go in the base game, before you do New Game Plus, you like I say, you get the weapon caches, and then there's these hideouts and stuff like that. And then there's, like I said, these threat missions that you can do and helps. And if you literally do everything in the game has to offer, and you do all that, you'll hit level 20 without a problem whatsoever. The character animations of Miles and his friend Finn and his other buddy there, I forget his name, I'm sorry, and his mom and all that is very good. I think the different nods to like past characters in the game, and also the very ending credit scene in the game, which I won't do any spoilers, I think is a pretty cool nod to Spider-Man 2, which I imagine will include both Spider-Man. I'm just hoping that what I'd like to see is, I'd love to see the base game maybe be like 12 hours, but you play through the game as as Peter, and then you're given an option to play through the game also as Miles. So maybe like throughout the game, there's maybe a couple different fights here or there where if you're playing as Peter, Miles helps you out, and if you're playing as Miles, Peter helps you out. But otherwise, you play the game. Basically, there's two different playthroughs. One is Peter, and then one is Miles. I think it'd be pretty cool. Or give you like a co-op option where you can play the entire game. One person plays Peter, one person plays Miles, and you just play together. I don't know how that would work, how about their speed, unless there was a proximity where you only could be so far, or what. But I think that'd be pretty cool to have as well. So I'm not actually sure how that is, but I imagine Spider-Man 2 will probably be out, if I were to take a guess, 2023. I say Spider-Man 2 will probably be ready. But overall, I really enjoyed this game. I still think 2018 was better overall, but this was definitely a very solid game. So I'd say, like I said, story was a 7 for me out of 10. Graphics were a 9 out of 10. Combat was a 9 out of 10. I love the collectibles and things like that. I give that a 10 out of 10. The music, some of the humor, and different things I thought were really good. Overall, I would probably say my final score for this game would be, even though, like I said, the story was only a 7 out of 10, I'd probably still give this game a 9 out of 10. It was a well-made game. Just the story didn't hit for me. I guess that's something to do with the fact that I'm not big on really know much about the Miles character except for what's been introduced here in this game. But he has grown upon me, and I definitely am excited to play more of him in future Spider-Man games. And hopefully there's a Miles Morales Spider-Man 2, like his own standalone game. Because I actually like to see him do 2 Spider-Man games. One, Peter Parker is just his games, and then so he has his own standalone Spider-Man games, and then Miles has his own standalone game. And if they want to do one where each of them are help out in the other game, like I said, or 2 different playthroughs, I think it would be fine. But otherwise, I'd like to see him keep them separate. Well, because also be more Spider-Man games, which I think would be pretty cool. Because I always liked Spider-Man growing up as a character, and in the movies and stuff. But so in closing, like I said, I give this game a 9 out of 10. I think that's well worth the price. But if you're gonna get this version of the game, I'd probably say go with the version that is $70. That has the 2018 remastered version, because you're getting 2 games, for $70. I think that's well worth that. And if you don't want to do that, you can buy the Miles game for $50. So for $20 more, you're getting a remastered version of a really good Spider-Man game, the 2018 one. So you can't go wrong. So it's just, if you just want to play the Miles version, you can play. I forgot to tell you also, I'm playing on PS5. So you can either play it on the PS5 or the PS4. So like I said, $50 for the base version, $70 if you wanted to get 2018 version with it for the PS5. So thank you all for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Once again, hope you enjoy these series of my personal reviews of games. This is the third one in my review so far. First one I did was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Second one was Maneater. This is the third one of Miles Morales Spider-Man. So like I said, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.